Actually, I'm very happy because I'll be able to leave my, let's see, can I? I wish I could edit the blocked words before I went live, or that it would save them. I should just copy this to my clipboard. That would be more efficient. There we go. Just gonna do this. I never did get around to copying all of this onto hand. Let's see. And I want to see all messages. But we do have a list of blocked words at this point. Only because people were getting just a little too excited, I guess, in the chat. I guess I didn't have to. Hang on. I swear we're professional around here. It is 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is time to share my life with you guys. Hello, Sarah. Thank you for joining us. Just a heads up, we've got Vlogmas coming up. And then after that, I will be taking a week off from live streaming. I like that. Okay. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Nothing fancy today. I have a turkey carcass that I'm going to break down and turn into soup stock. So I got to get this out of my fridge. I have all the ingredients for it. There's baby carrots. I'm going to need more carrots. Celery, onions, carrots, garlic. Don't come for me. I'm lazy and I use garlic. Hello, whoa, slow down. Doing well. I'm not going to be watching the chat this whole time because I have to turn this into soup. So, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. I've still got to scrub one of my pans. Don't judge my kitchen right now because I'm still recovering from everything else I've been doing this week. And it's Black Friday today and I work in retail in the US. So I've got to do all of this before my shift starts in 5 hours, 4 hours, or 6 hours. I can math, shut up. I do have 2 pans because all of this, look at how much turkey I've got. Like, I've got to turn all this into soup. And all of that is not going to fit in here. So we're going to do this one as a stock. That's just going to work for today. And then I have my cast iron Dutch oven that I'm going to put on a smaller burner. And we're going to let it simmer for a longer period of time. Probably until at least 7 o'clock tonight. So I'll leave my husband to set all of that up later. So I'm going to move this. We're just going to start picking up some of these bones and tucking them into this stock pot. And I actually am going to grab out one of my frying pans and I will go ahead and I'm going to use some of the like leg meat and the wings and things like that I know have more flavor. I'm going to try and boil that out in the stock within the next 4 hours. And then this bigger piece that had all the white meat and everything, I will use for my bone broth. That'll be cooking for a little longer. Almost want to take some of this congealed out of the bottom of this and throw that in there too. So let me scrub my other pan so I can get all of this carcass broken down at once. So I will not immediately be paying attention to the chat, so I apologize if I missed something. Please be patient with me. It's a very hands-on production. And so I will be also washing, prepping, and moving. I need a lot of not so much paying attention until this gets going. Once I have it on the stove and it's simmering, I'll be able to pay more attention to my chats. But as of right now, I need a fresh towel. As of right now, my focus is getting this soup moving. So the difference between stock and bone broth, two things. One, it's the length of time that you have to cook it. And two, it is the benefits that you get from it. So like your soup stock is going to be a good base for your chicken noodle soup. I use it in my broccoli, ham, and cheese, which I have plans to make later next week. We can use it to make gravy, things like that, you know. Whereas the bone broth is something that I can sip on. And as we're now full swing into the cold and flu season here, I want to have that to kind of make as a sipping drink when people are feeling under the weather. Okay, you are welcome to leave. This stream is not necessarily for everyone, and I don't take offense to that. Thank you for popping in and checking out to see what we're about, but I hope you find what you're looking for on this platform. There are plenty of options. So let me go ahead and I'm going to finish scrubbing the other pan I need because it still had leftover mashed potatoes in it that I just keeping in the fridge. So those have been moved to a smaller container. And I have to wash my cutting board because I haven't had a chance to run my dishwasher yet this morning. So do that. I meant to have all of this done before I started stream. However, I wound up working on my sourdough starter, feeding that, eating my breakfast, all that kind of stuff before I hit record. So bear with me. The stream never goes smoothly. If you've ever been in my streams before, you know that we're a little chaotic around here. I'm a mother to 7 who works full time, and I'm just doing the best I can with the resources I have. Oh, I'm not saying you're being rude. I'm just saying that if you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here. That's not disrespectful. That's accepting that maybe we have different viewpoints. Now that is rude. That is the kind of bullying behavior that we do not tolerate in this stream. I understand and appreciate different lifestyles, but I also like people to know that I'm not offended if this isn't what you're looking for. If you come in here and say, hey, this isn't for me, okay, well, thank you for stopping by. It's still a view either way. YouTube still sees that people are at least giving me a chance, even if they don't stick around. So, I'm not for everyone. I tell it like it is. I speak strongly about my faith. I don't really apologize anymore. Just here trying to live the best life I can. Because God has certainly blessed me and my family. my one pot ready for the slow cooking side of things. And I know that when I go to work, my husband's off for the weekend for the holiday. So I know that when I go to work, I can leave him in charge of it. And hopefully, it'll get strained properly into the appropriate storage containers. Whether it gets frozen or refrigerated for tonight, or whatever needs to happen. Probably refrigerated for this evening. I love bone broth for that little added boost of protein in the day. Boiled eggs are just about done as well. So here we go. We're going to take the largest part of this carcass. Just tuck it in there. We'll take another wing to put it here. I just want to try and boil out all the goodness and flavor. And you can't ingest the bone. So we're losing so much. How did that not work? Ugh. I am going to have to go through and edit my words again. I'm just cooking, guys. Y'all are gross. My mods hopefully will be in soon. The neck in there. White meat that I find that got missed, I'm going to throw into the stock pan. And I don't want to lose, oh, that's trash. I don't want to lose the flavor that's in the fats and such that have been congealed at the bottom of this pan. Because right now we're just focusing on boiling this down. Hey, thanks. Farmer, we are making soup stock with the leftover Thanksgiving carcass. So I'm not going to be paying enough attention to, no, I'm not. I am married, very happily so. And I'm not interested. So, anyways, I'm going to put half of this in with the stock, and I'm going to put half in with the bone broth. But I don't want to lose all this flavor that's in the congealed fats down here. And then I'm going to add some fresh onion and carrot. Make sure we get some garlic in there because, oh boy, is it the season where we need some garlic in our systems. Look at all that flavor. And this will all get strained off when we go to store it. So I'm not too worried about any little bits of bone or veggie scraps or anything like that that we're getting in here because these pans are going to be sent through a sieve before they get stored. But this is like all of that runoff from when it was baking, all that turkey fat. A little bit of butter. And I think he threw, I don't know why he put chicken stock in here when he was roasting it, but that's what my husband did, was put a little bit chicken stock in. And oh boy, it was a juicy, juicy, juicy turkey. Okay, so there's that. I'll tell you what, I actually have some of that turkey stock left. Guess what? It is months and months and months worth of food that you're seeing in these pots. This is not a single meal. This is called food prep for getting new to the concept. There's my roasting pan ready to be cleaned. Okay. That's onions. I'm gonna move my veggies over here so I can set up my cutting board. I'm gonna get these started. Listen, folks, I don't expect anyone to like me. I'm just here doing what God has called me to do, which apparently is trash my kitchen. Kidding. Okay. I am, Lord Jesus, please help me with patience today. Help me keep my eyes on you and the plan you have for the work I'm doing here. In Jesus' name, amen. I am happily married and I'm not having this conversation anymore. Apparently I do have to get on this. I'm not your mom. Don't call me that. I appreciate y'all being here, but I feel like there's a lot of disrespect today with the cats. I don't know where my mods are. I hope they're having a good holiday. I'm a little frustrated at my own ineptitude at the moment. All right, get those started. There it is. Okay. A little bit of this in each. A little extra liquid that's already flavored. So what I'll do when this is done cooking today is I will absolutely save some specifically to add to my next batch, because we have a rotisserie chicken in there for dinner tonight. And so that eventually will get made into soup stock as well. Praying for you, Jesse. That's not an easy place to be. Just use up the rest of this celery. So 3 stacks per can, I'm thinking. May end up being 2, I don't know. Oh no, I'll have 3, that'll be easy. I could even have 2 as a snack while I'm doing this. Watch these. I don't usually use baby carrots. That's what we have in the house. Whole carrots are cheaper. Oh, I'll have to turn that off. And I'll be honest, the only reason I really wanted the stock in the bottom of the pan is so that things don't stick while we're getting this initial starter going. Let me grab my chef's knife. No, you will not, Sharam. Thank you, Retro King. Alrighty. I'd rather have a chef's knife. I don't know what he did with it. So my goal in all of this is just to get as much done and into the freezer before the weekend. We've been dealing with a snowstorm, which means that my deck has become a great alternative fridge source on an as-needed basis. I'm really hoping we don't end up needing it. This into the bone broth. I'm going to do a decent amount of garlic into each of these too. Really get that immune system between the garlic and the onion and the carrots. Mainly the garlic and the onion. And I'm a mom to 7. I don't have time to be chopping my own garlic every time. So judge me if you will. I really couldn't care less right now. Very generous helping of garlic. We're not shy with garlic in this house at all. Kind of why we buy it like this. Okay, baby carrots. Did we not open these ones yet? I don't want a ton because I do already have carrots in here that cooked with the turkey. But good morning. Hello, you guys. I'll sit down with a cup of coffee here shortly and be able to pay more attention to the chat. I really do just want a very base level, very simplistic flavor in these. And because we're not actually like serving this yet, this is just to get it cooked down and get the flavor into the fluids. I'm gonna need a lot more fluid than that. Because that's the case and we're not looking to like scoop this right into a bowl. Veggie pieces don't have to be small and bite size. So like I'll quarter these onions. 1, it'll save time and prep work. And 2, it'll make it easier to fish them out when we're straining all of this into storage containers. That, throw the onion in there. And that'll be that. I need to get a little more fluid into my stock. Very full stock. Because that's technically clean because it's just water. Just need to try it. All right, onions, and then we'll grab a cup of coffee and be able to go sit down. Ghost of Flourish family, and I had a very blessed Thanksgiving. No, I did not argue with Nick Cage. I don't have the mental fortitude to argue with that man. He's certifiably insane. Which is sad because he used to be one of my idols. I used to really look up to him. I used to really love his work. But not so much. I don't know. I just feel like the older I got, the more I realized how unhinged he was in most of his roles. Like, and I don't know if that was just the character or if that was him as a person. I took off a little more than I wanted to for that. Because the whole point of soup stock is to try and use up your scraps. So if I'm creating scraps to make stock, then I'm defeating the purpose. I'll just take off these little root ends here because that's the part where it's like, I don't want dirt in my stock. Maybe if I just washed my onions, then I could just quarter them. I'll do some digging for next time. Because I'm trying to minimize our waste as a family. We're definitely struggling financially. And so with the family that we have, I'm trying to channel my ancestors from the Great Depression. I feel like this is better than what we usually do, which is just sit and chat. I don't want to be a channel that doesn't do anything, which is why I'm trying to figure out what our Vlogmas is going to look like. I know that we will have a study from Our Daily Bread every morning, especially since we're coming up on the memorial of Jesus's birth. I want to make sure that we're honoring that in the best ways possible. He should be waking up here soon. When he does, I'm going to turn the camera off because I'll have to get him ready for the day. But he was up very late last night, so I don't expect to see him before 9 a.m. Oh my good heavens, would you just peel? I'm trying to find things that I can do with the time frame I usually have in a day to use every little bit of my kitchen scrap that I can. And this is one of those, only because Mr. Berry is off today, that I know I can do this now before this carcass actually goes bad. Because it was taking up so much room in our fridge, and that's got to go. I may add canning jars to my grocery order. See if I can't can some of this up. There we go. I mainly just want the papery part of the skins off. That's mostly what I'm trying to pull away. And I have boiled eggs I've got to get put away still. Hello, Word of J. I am making a soup stock and a bone broth out of the leftover turkey from our Thanksgiving feast. I'm not that talented. I've knit one sweater in my entire life, and it was so lopsided, and nope, I lied. No, I didn't lie. I knit one, I crocheted another, and both were absolutely horrendous. So I'm working on granny squares right now to work on my third attempt. I just need to get, oh, you know what I didn't do? Some every other onion. I don't know why I didn't do it in this case. This one's going to need to be rinsed. It's a very dirty onion. You know what? Maybe I'll just rinse it and throw it in with that little bit of papery skin left. Oh yeah, absolutely. I grew up in snow. And actually it's funny because in recent years the winters have been getting closer and closer to the winters that I remember from my childhood. Like we had quite a few years of very mild winters. I feel like we're coming up on a time where we are going to have harsh winters again, where we're going to have to be prepared for periods without power and struggling to get where we need to be, which is why I'm feeling so blessed that we live so close to town. We lost power last night and the night before because of the winds and the weight of the snow. I have had coffee today, word of J. All right, I'm gonna start with these because I've got 7 onions here, even though they're small. We're just gonna quarter them. Turn that heat up a little bit. I may not even need as many as I thought I did. We'll throw 3 in the stock pot and 4 in with the bone broth. And I'll have to talk to my husband about making sure these get stirred periodically throughout the day. Whoops. Now my hands are all slippery from the meat juices in the pot. Mr. Barry has actually agreed to do Vlogmas with me, so I'm very excited to share that experience with him and have you guys formally meet him and have him really start taking a presence on this channel. I feel like that's definitely going to be beneficial for everyone. I've heard there's parts of the cactus that you can eat that are actually quite tasty. Depending on the variety, obviously everything is going to have a good and a bad side. I personally have not, to my knowledge, tried to eat any part of a cactus. I don't know that I have the skills required to make it safe to eat. Hardly. I'm the person that sits in the lodge with a book while everyone else is out on the slopes. I don't fancy breaking my neck anytime soon, and I am not coordinated enough to make it down safely. I have to be careful, I can start growing some of these onions. Okay. So now that all of that has been taken care of, I'm going to grab my spoon from earlier and try and give these a little bit of a stir. Try and get some of those veggies mixed throughout. And then what I'll do is this one right here is going to boil until probably about 11 or so, or simmer, not boil. We're going to let it simmer until 11 or 12. And hopefully by then I'll have time to kind of strain it off. Whoops! You know what else I should put in here? I'm debating if I should throw a bay leaf in there, but that's very cool. I don't want to complicate things more. these veggies mixed right in along with that garlic into the actual liquid. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah. Keep that on lower temps because this one I don't want it to boil. I just want it to slow simmer throughout the day until about 8 o'clock tonight. On that note, we're gonna pour another cup of coffee and go sit down. Hashalio. I am making soup stock and bone broth. Need some more coffee. I've already had my mushroom coffee today. I also had some scrambled eggs with a little sharp cheddar in them. Gotta let my water dechlorinate for tomorrow's sourdough feeder. So that's gotta sit so the chlorine can evaporate. I'm gonna take y'all with me. Ignore my messy house. It's usually a Wednesday focus. And today I'm focused on rest and recovery. Part of that is making this broth so that I have easier meals throughout the week. I suppose I could have turned the camera off for this move, but that's okay. We're not professional here. Later word of Jay. Woo! Blinded myself. Yes, coffee actually has worked. Woo! I'm gonna turn the camera off. I'll keep talking, but I'm gonna turn the camera off while I fix things here. Coffee has done amazing for me, and part of that is the magnesium content in coffee. While not excessive, is enough to help boost that metabolism and help keep things. It's really good for like the colon and such. Hello, I'm doing wonderful, thank you. And it was a great Thanksgiving. Anyways, finishing the coffee rant. Coffee has chemicals in it that stimulates the lower intestines and the colon and helps with digestion. So I do drink a copious amount of coffee, but for as much coffee as I drink a decent amount of water as well. So no, I drink my coffee black. The only exception to the black coffee is when I drink it with the mushroom powder in it. But yes, we had a fantastic Thanksgiving. My stepdad came and picked us up so we could eat with the family. And it was a very satisfying meal. It was nice to sit and visit with the family. Occasionally I'll add cinnamon to it because cinnamon helps maintain level blood sugars. I'm not familiar with the health benefits of nutmeg or why I would add that to it. I'm a fan of the black coffee as long as it's hot. I don't drink cold coffee in any capacity. Oh, my husband will be thrilled because I made boiled eggs so he can have his deviled eggs the way he likes to have his deviled eggs. Oh, that's a lot of lattes in a day. That's a lot of sugar if it's made. Although I guess a latte is technically what? Coffee and creamer? Maybe I'm just thinking of the Americanized way of drinking it. In my house, if the coffee's cold, I've been productive. And that's why we have a microwave. Oh. No, I'm trying to implement what little bit of homesteading I can in an apartment. And that comes with doing these soup stocks when I have the time and energy. And it comes with taking time in the morning to sit with God and be in the Word. And it's a practice. I need to do my journaling still today too. And it's just a lot of things like that where as you grow and as you learn, it doesn't have to be an all or nothing. And that was a huge lesson for me, where most of my life does no longer has to be all or nothing, with the exception of my faith. Tyler, it is very bitter. But if it's the one bitter thing I have in a day that has the copious amounts of health benefits that black coffee has, then I'll take it. You are welcome to tell a joke as long as you keep it clean. Exactly. That's why I do focus on trying to make as much food as I can. My family does not do as much processed food as they used to. We used to do a lot of cereal. We used to do a lot of ready-made meals and things like that. And I swapped out health for convenience. And we don't do that as much anymore. The problem is that as our inflation increases, the ready-made foods are being increased by like quarter of a dollar to $1, whereas the produce, I went to buy what was it I was trying to get the other day? Celery. I remember being able to get celery stalks, like a thing of celery, for 98 cents, and now it's almost $4. So, hello there. I'm doing well, thank you. I can't do soy, Tyler. It makes me feel really bloated and gassy, and I've tried tofu, and I've tried soy sauce, and I've tried soy milk, and I've tried soy in a variety of different ways, and I do just generally try to avoid it now. Into something, like it's a small percentage of something, then that's different. I don't notice it. I don't like read long ingredient lists looking for it, but if it is a very clear soy product, I just don't consume it. I don't know how the environment affects our metabolism. So I'll be honest, and I gotta be careful because I know that YouTube's cracking down on this. My personal body is all I can speak for because I'm not a professional, and I don't have any training or anything to speak professionally on it. My personal story is I'm coming out of a very long period of self-inflicted problems. I was in therapy for 2 years and dealt with a lot of the core issues that led to it. And now what it's been is healing my brain from the coping mechanisms that got me through some really hard times. So, why are you hating on my coffee, Tyler? There is nothing wrong with drinking a black coffee. Well, I don't know where you're looking because there are a lot of lean people around me. I don't know what factors play into that. Oh, almost. You're under a different account today. Okay. Hello there, Tyrone3K. Thank you for joining us. I'll say there are a few like health drinks that I can't get behind. How did that get through? Did I misspell it? Where are my blocked words? Isn't there? Why is my blocked words not working? Weird. Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. My husband got it for me for Christmas last year. That is a really weird question, Johnson. I should have taken a second to dry my burners. Now they're going to be popping with all of that stuff. Oh, interesting. No, I'm not. I don't do a lot of fast food anymore. Fast food is like we're on a 3 hour road trip and we're going to stop for something. And usually it's Taco Bell because I like the cantina bowls I can get there because it's mostly beans and vegetables. Um, I don't know. So, like, my husband worked in fast food for a while and so did I. And so I just, since I've been building my relationship with God and recovering from addiction, fast food has not appealed to me the way it used to. Hello, sexy cooking. Johnson, we don't talk politics here, so it really doesn't matter. He is going to be joining me for Vlogmas. I don't put him on the spot on streams unless we're driving together. Um, and even then, it's a hey, are you comfortable if I stream right now? Because I don't want him to feel cornered or like he can't speak freely around me. Well, thank you. Thank you, Tyrone. I'm just chilling out in my PJs until I have to shower, probably around 10 a.m. Thanks. I will stay very strong. I am absolutely focused on some cleaner eating. So I have a dress I want to wear. I'm in our Christmas concert at church. And so there's a specific dress I want to wear that's about 2 sizes too small right now. So my goal is to at least come closer to fitting in it. Even if I can't wear it on Christmas, I will definitely be very close to wearing it. So I just want to be careful because YouTube is cracking down. Like I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Goral World people. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube right now because I don't know how they're cracking down on it. But a lot of those girls, I dealt with a lot of the same issues. The thing is, unlike them, I got into therapy. So I don't know what YouTube will and will not kick off, and I'm a very small channel right now, so I don't want to risk getting kicked out, but I think you can put two and two together from there. And God has definitely helped when I had to leave therapy. He grabbed hold of me, and that right there, that addiction, that problem, is what led me to start going to church and seeking Him out after over 10 years of running away from Him. And, or almost 10 years. I was 25 when I renounced my faith, like formally out loud said, I renounced my faith. I no longer believe that God is my God. And thank you so much. I appreciate the subscription. So as I've dove more deeply into the word, I've noticed my portion sizes are smaller. I don't have cravings for the same kind of binge foods that I used to. I don't go up for extra if I'm not hungry. Like last night at Thanksgiving, I had one plate of dinner and I had a plate of desserts. And I nibbled on some cheese and crackers earlier in the day because I hadn't eaten breakfast. So it's like I went a little overboard with the desserts, and I won't lie, that was an indulgence, but it was expected because it was a holiday. So, like today, I'm making the soup stock, and I had my eggs for breakfast. I've got my black coffee. I've got a plan for lunch because I know that with it being Black Friday here in the States, work is throwing us a Thanksgiving dinner because we all have to be there today. So I have a plan. I know what my body runs most efficiently on, and that's what I'm reaching for. My grocery list has all of my favorite vegetables and salad fixins and proteins, and we're trying some new things. So, like, we've never had a proper curry. So, I found a very simple curry recipe. It's a low carb curry recipe. I've got chicken thighs in the freezer I'm going to use for it. And then instead of regular rice, I bought cauliflower rice. And so we'll focus on the cauliflower rice so we have that extra fiber and that extra vegetable in there. So it's like we're making little changes and we're focusing on, instead of cutting, we're focusing on swaps. So I feel like that's going to trick my brain into being healthier, but really at the end of the day, God has a plan. And so far, He's led us through some really dark times, and I am choosing to focus on that and stick with it. Because there are so many different kinds of curry recipes we want to try. Um, there's Japanese curry, there's Indian curry, there's, I think there's a Chinese curry. Curry is such a generalized term. Hello, hi, thanks for joining us. Um, I found it very simple. It's not linked, it didn't say that it was linked to any specific ethnicity, region, culture, or anything like that. Um, but it's very simple, and I had most of the ingredients already. I just used up my celery. Dang it. I bought that celery specifically to make the curry. And now the entire thing is in my soup stock. Oh, story of my life. Okay. Right now we're talking recipes and turning our lives around for the better. The thing is I don't want to wait for January 1st to be healthier. Like everyone is going to be, oh, New Year's resolutions. I'm like, new life resolutions. And that doesn't have to start on January 1st. Um, any minute, every minute of every day is a chance to start fresh. I'm not saying that every minute you should be saying, okay, I'm going to start now. Nope, I'm going to start now. Let me have that cookie. Let me start now after this cookie. Let me start now after this bag of chips. Let me start now after these 3 slices of pizza. Mm-mm. No, it's a chance to start again. And so, whether you take that chance or not is for you to decide. Exactly. And I love it because our church is hosting a New Year's on your knees. And so we're gonna get together, we're gonna play board games, we're gonna have snacks, we're gonna have fellowship, and then at midnight, as a congregation, we will all be praying together. And I'm looking forward to greeting the new year in prayer as it should be. Hey, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. That was kind of where we started. I was making soup stock out of our leftover turkey carcass. So I'm very excited with the direction everything's going. And I'm hoping that over the course of the year, over the course of 2026, I'll be able to give you guys something to be excited about. I'll be able to turn some things around and show you um, kind of how God can work. Not kind of. That is my goal for this year, is to show you all how drastically God can grab hold of your life and change it for the better. Even when you're struggling. Because here's the thing. If you haven't been here before, I told this story a while ago, so I'm not going to go into detail, but we hit some financial trouble and we lost our car about a week and a half ago. Couldn't afford to make the payment, so they came and took it. But here's what I'm looking at, is that one, God used it to show us the support system that He's provided for us. So many people have come out of the woodwork and just been an outpouring of support and help, and just, we're here for you. And we needed that because both of us are so used to working in isolation. Secondly, that's taking $1,000 of maintenance fees and insurance and car payment, and sometimes more if you factor in new tires and wipers and general car maintenance. It's taking $1,000 plus per month off of our plates for finances. So I mean, like, it's so important to take these things and try and glean the good from it. Yes, we don't have a vehicle right now. Yes, that makes life a little more difficult with where we live. But there's all this good that's coming out of it. So, yeah, I don't want to put myself in a position where I hate what I'm doing. So, we are I am picking and choosing activities that make me feel good. I dance with my kids. I have an infinity hoop that's fun to do while I listen to audiobooks. I like to go to the gym and use the machines. So I'm trying to figure out if now that we're getting on top of things, if I can manage the cost of a gym membership monthly. Um, there's things where now that we don't have a car payment, I can move those finances into more productive. Um, you don't have to be here. And it's not, I've never heard of drama bonding. But yeah, so God has definitely provided in ways that I could not have imagined. Exactly. So I'm not going to, here's the thing, Julie Bell. Um, I'm not going to sit here and be like super restrictive. I'm not going to deny, but I'm also not going to like, instead of at the height of my addiction, I was eating an entire package of Oreos in one sitting by myself. I don't do that anymore. I can stop at 2 Oreos and be satisfied because I looked at why was I eating the whole package. I got into therapy and I got into prayer and I got into, understanding why I was the way I was. And that made me feel so much better. So, hey, Moo and Chosen Ones in the back. Cool. Okay, you've asked that multiple times now. Time out. I'm from Earth and we're done. We're not going to promote disordered living. Thank you, Julie Bell. Wow, I haven't had to mass time out like that in a while. Y'all are crazy this morning. This is what I get for leaving the comments up and just trying to ignore them. I don't like bringing the band hammer down. This is ridiculous, you guys. Oh, sounds like whatever was on the burner finally cooked off. So I do have a gym here on the property we live at, and it is something that I'd like to work into my schedule, but it's something that I will have to work into my schedule in the new year simply because that's when my new schedule at work starts. So Monday through Friday, I will not be going until 3:30 after January. So starting in February, I will not be going in until 3:30 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. And so it'll be easier for me. Hold on. I gotta go turn that down. Hold on. Hello, Professor. You're here. Way down. That's just supposed to simmer. All right. Oh, it already smells so good in here. I'm excited for this broth. No, I do not. I in fact discourage the use of AI. Um, I just personally think that it takes away from the genuineness of the human experience. And the coffee has actually not become cold. This is a very efficient mug. I keep my house very warm. Not to mention, with the steam coming off of those pots that are boiling down my soup stock, It is going to stay very warm in this house today without my furnace having to run for hours. No, it is not. AI is so ridiculous. I'll tell you what, I don't know if they still have it, but we got it at Home Goods. I will say, I haven't started working on merch yet, but I'm going to assume that after this stream, I'm going to have to kick my butt in gear and get my gal her information. She's doing finals for her college classes right now, but I want to make sure that I can get her ready, have her designs and everything so that by 2026 we have a general idea of the icon for the channel. So I could get my mom to make me some mugs. I could see about printing some stickers. I could get t-shirts or business cards or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, goat is so good. I have not eaten goat since I was a kid, and I am so excited to change that when I have a farm. Who's being mean, Miriam? I didn't notice anyone being mean. I'm actively working on it. So we've been talking about that today quite a bit. So no one's being mean. Unless you're talking about me. I have no idea what you're talking about. Just move on if you don't want to be in this stream. It's that simple. I appreciate you being here, but no one's forcing it. No, they're asking about weight loss, which is something I was already openly talking about. It's only offensive if I take offense to it. Beanie! Good morning, puppy. Hi. How about a good morning before you just start asking for stuff? Oh, you want to say good morning to everyone? You wish, Jay. So bright. I know. Here, let me turn that brightness down. There, better? Later, Miriam. Well, that's what I'm saying. I only take offense. It's only offensive if I take offense to it. And I don't. I am painfully self-aware of the current condition of my body. So, are you going to go back to sleep? No. Guess what I made this morning? I made boiled eggies. Do you know why I made boiled eggies? Deviled eggs. Because we're going to have the good deviled eggs. Because there was so much weird stuff being said. I just went on a timeout spree and cleared the chat because it was like, hey, so someone was selling a car, someone was talking about the religious stuff, someone was talking, it's like, hey, so we're going to slow down. We're going to come back to the positivity because that's what we're here for. We're here to spread love, right? Yeah. Because who loves us? Jesus loves us. Yeah. He's so tired still. Thank you. Oh, no. Chill, there were like 6 people that got timed out in that moment. So, I apologize. You may have just been I don't remember if there was a specific comment, so I'm very sorry, but you may have just been a casualty of my fat fingers. Oh, that'll be nice, Christopher. I don't think I've ever actually been to Burlington Coat Factory, I'll be honest. LeBron, we are close. I love my kiddos. He's the only one home this morning, though. His siblings are all with their other parents today. Hello. Thank you. No, it was more the ring light. Oh, it's freezing right now. Thanks, Jill. It's just coffee, just a black coffee. That's good for digestion. Yes. Professor, thank you. Excuse you. Apparently my blocked words are not working. I did make a list and I did put them in the settings for the stream, but a bunch of them keep coming through anyways. So foul language will not be tolerated. Bullying of myself, my children, other people in the chat will not be tolerated. Excessive commenting, like if you type the same thing over and over and over again, 3 chats of the same thing or more will be timed out. Excessive flirting, because I'm a married woman, and even if I wasn't, I am not interested in online dating. Those will also be timed out. Yes, words change. Straight black coffee. Tell you what, I'll answer the question, where are you from, for everyone that's in the chat right now. I can tell you all exactly where you're from. Ready? Earth. Cheers. We're all humans. Sometimes he plays it with his dad quite a bit, and his brother. Don't you? You play Minecraft? Yeah, you're so tired still. I love you. Well, what a coinky dink. I'm a girl.
Can I have the little TV now?
We can go wash your face real quick. You've got something on this thing. You've got crusties everywhere. Go take a second. Oh, so dramatic. You just ragdolled in my. Go wash your face. Oh, you good?
You won't come with me.
Actually, here, I gotta cheat. Because technically, I'm almost working right now. Where's the edge of it? There it is. We're just gonna do this because it'll be just the same. Look at me. You got all these crusties right here. I don't know what they are. You drooled in your sleep last night, didn't you? Was your pillow wet when you woke up? No? Okay. Do you want to throw this away and then you can have the TV?
Yeah.
Okay. Just keep it turned down, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. So. Okay, there's a reason I'm actively ignoring you, Akshiro. Hello, Mash the Depresso. That is an interesting username. Jeff West. New Jersey, as in, like, are you asking me about the state? Because, duh. What's up?
Got your little TV.
Okay, just keep it turned down. Why don't you get your pull-up off too?
Okay.
Good boy. And go put some pants on. We set your jeans aside, didn't we, so you could rewear them?
I turned the system off.
Oh, heck yeah, mashed potatoes. That's kind of how I dealt with the last time I was on a low carb diet. Potatoes were my savior because potatoes are so nutrient dense and so fiber rich that even though, yes, they're carb heavy, those carbs are coming with benefits. So I do have a decent hair care routine. I have a sleep bonnet I use, which is my absolute, I recommend that to everyone. I have a smoothing damage repair spray. It's all going to go out the window here shortly because I want to dye my hair a fun color for the new year. I'm torn between like dark sea green or hot pink. So, oh, Jeff West, I am not a huge fan of sweet potato. Hello, Amber Cheval. Thank you for joining us. Oh, okay. What song is that, Mash? Hello, Ephraim Dagiso? I'm trying, guys. I do, Amber. I have 7 children. Nope. I know you told me in yesterday's stream, and I should have written it down. I'm doing well, Ephraim. The thing is, it won't let me translate anything in live. Like, you know, when you can go into comments on videos later and translate, it won't let me do that in a live. Oh, that. So it's a blended family. So I have 5 children that I birthed myself, and I have 2 stepchildren, and I actually have 2 angel babies as well up in heaven. So
Want to watch this? What was blending?
I don't have my glasses on. Hold on. Let me put my glasses on so I can see. If it's not an AI video, you are welcome to watch it.
It's not an AI video. It's just.
Oh, yeah, you can watch that.
It's the husband video.
It's the husband video?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Just let it play.
Can I skip after? Let me skip.
You've got less than 10 seconds. An ad is not going to kill you. Angel babies are when you have a pregnancy that does not make it to term. So I lost 2 of my children while pregnant. Are you talking about Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter? I'm trying to keep an eye on the time too. Mash. Oh. Thank you for your condolences, but it's far behind me. And I've healed a lot since then. Amber, I have soup stock and bone broth simmering away on the stovetop. I have work in less than 5 hours. So right now I'm just drinking my coffee and I'm chilling out.
Yeah.
Oh. I feel like we all are in the modern world, Mash.
Go with the ad play, Mom. Oh, there's no ad in this.
There's no ad in this one.
No.
Oh, that's good. Amber, I work in retail, and it is Black Friday in the States today, so y'all pray for me. Although I'm wondering with this weather if we're going to be you know, if things are going to be a little easier. I definitely feel like after 6 p.m., things are going to calm down. But getting to that point is going to be the tricky part. So, thanks, Mash. My husband is up and about. I should probably go make his cup of coffee.
Both have a
We're going to have a brief intermission, guys. I shall return. Hey, sorry, I was just saying good morning to my husband. Hi. I got quite a few people excited for you to join me for Vlogmas. I need to put my ring back on. I took it off to chop veggies and wash dishes. Holy cow, Mash. Holy smokes. Hey, BGDU 1700. That's a matter of preference. We're all entitled to our opinions, even when they're wrong.
Where is your ring?
It's up there. Give me a second. It is up there.
There it is.
Okay.
I was gonna bring it to you.
I figured. When you said you didn't, when you implied you couldn't find it, I was like, I know roughly where it is, so I can come grab it. Ooh. That is entirely unnecessary, Troy Garland. That is absolutely unnecessary. That is the kind of bullying that we don't need around here, especially when we spend a good chunk of this stream talking about lifestyle changes and doing better. I love it because y'all see these little snapshots, these little 1 and 2 hour streams that I do, where you're just getting a glimpse of the full lifestyle. And I know that I haven't made good choices throughout my life. I know that I have definitely hurt myself in more ways than one over the years. But our God is a God of mercy. Our God is a God of grace and second chances and growth. Hello, Mayu. I noticed, Mash. So, I don't know how much longer we'll be on stream because I do still definitely need to get, I need to get a shower.
Yes.
I don't know about that one, Lovey. This is usually about the time I cut our stream anyways, so. I don't know, because we've been really active today and I don't want to, oh look, you can skip. Oh, okay. Whoa, hey, buddy, you're gonna dump the cracker box. Can you move that before you knock it over?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Put it over here.
Nope, Mash, that is still bullying. Putting you on a short timeout because just because we disagree with someone doesn't mean that we are going to match their energy and also bully. Abhishek? I think that's how you pronounce that. I'm still confused as to how I became any kind of a topic in India. Like, I am nowhere near. So I don't know how. I don't know how I became a topic in that general area. This stream focuses primarily on changing our lives through the power of Jesus Christ. I am not going to compromise my own morals and integrity for a donation. Also, I don't have any way of receiving. Oh, I did put the Venmo in my description, but I'm not going to sacrifice my own beliefs for a donation. Thanksgiving was great. We got to go hang out at my mom's and have a wonderful meal with the family. And I was just talking earlier about how I feel like it was definitely a win this year because I did not go up for a second plate. I realized I was full after my first plate and was happy to just enjoy in moderation. So that is the kind of bullying we do not indulge in here. Well, it depends on who you are. I know my husband did a great job with the turkey we had at our church Thanksgiving dinner. It was very moist, but it has to do with your cooking technique. If you're basting every half hour like you're supposed to, you'll have a very moist turkey. If you are just slow cooking it, you're going to have a very dry turkey. So you've got to babysit that bird. Otherwise, turkey is one of those kind of animals that will dry out and not be edible. So we have a very large family. I have 7 kids. Sometimes some of the younger ones appear in the streams with me, but it's always do you feel up to being on the internet, and we try to minimize their exposure. So I'm starting to hit my wall. I don't know how much longer we'll be on this stream. Oh. If this snow keeps coming down, I'm wondering if we're gonna have power tonight. There was a line down on the other side of town, right around where I need to go by to get to work. So that's gonna be interesting. I'm wondering what downtown looks like because it went down last night. Our power flickered, went out for less than 2 minutes and then came back. So
And I was scared of the darkness when the power was going out.
Yep. Beanie got a little scared when the power went out without warning. But I guess not without warning because it is really windy out there and the snow is really heavy. So, of course I use shampoo. That's a weird question.
But the snow don't get out of power gone, though.
Yes, it does if it's heavy enough to knock the lines down. Between the weight of the snow and the winds, I feel like this winter we're in for a bad one. Like I feel like we're going to need to prepare for power outages and such.
Well, why is she using
So,
purple?
thank you again, Retro King. Hang on.
Pink. She's going the stairs pink. She's coloring the stairs pink. What is she coloring?
Oh, I'm gonna have to wrap up soon because I've got to. Whoops. Okay. Here we go.
Joe again.
Not that one. That one. Oh, yeah, beat me to it, Professor. So now he's been double timed out. And
I want to do this one.
I gotta stop and just let my mods do their work.
I know what the ad
So MASH Thanksgiving is a holiday here in the States.
I know what the ad
It is a great time. A great time to remember everything that we've been blessed with.
The ad play?
Yeah, I see that. So it's a time that we take to be thankful for the harvest that we've been provided. And originally it was when our ancestors when the original pilgrims came to this country and were helped by the Native Americans, they celebrated that with a Thanksgiving feast. At least that's the story we were always told. I know that it's been misconstrued over the years. So it's something that I feel like we need to come back to. As for my house, we choose to celebrate by just remembering all the blessings that we've been given throughout the year. And showing our gratitude, because without God, we would have nothing. And I can turn that off. It's starting to get bright enough out. Oh, Halloween is so much fun. That's one of my favorite holidays. I love getting to dress up. I'm sorry, Chimmy Coo. You got passed over while we were trying to clean up the chat. Professor, I do feel like that is a word that needs to be added to the list. I try to avoid giving out real names on this channel.
Have a juice.
Sohem. What?
Have a juice.
How about some water?
I want juice though.
How about you start with some water? And you can have a juice after you have some water.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, you don't have to sound so sad.
Wait a second. I feel like
I'm trying to catch up, guys. Moo99Y, hello. Yes, that is my son that I was talking to. I backed up because I realized there was some chat that I missed. So I can always slow it down and just go with top comments instead of answering as the chat comes in. And then I really would be ignoring people, and I don't want to do that. So before you jump to taking offense and assuming that I'm trying to be rude, just let me catch up. Hello. Don't tell me what to do with my kids. Okay, you know what? My husband would say the same thing. Very happily married, you are about to get put on timeout. I don't tolerate being hit on.
Hey, I drink some water from the kitchen.
That's usually how seasons work, MASH. No, not you, MASH. You were not the one. You were not the one that I was talking to. I don't feel like you're the one hitting on me. The so guy needs to cool it. Him, you also need to cool it. I'm a very happily married woman. I am a godly married woman, which means I don't even entertain the idea of other men in my bed. I mean, you can leave. Thank you, sweet Justine. It has so far been a really good holiday. I'm hoping the same for you. I tried to make a list of banned words, and apparently the filter is not working on YouTube right now. So I have no interest in other men, him. Ah, my coffee's empty. Bummer. What am I looking at, bub?
I'm watching.
I see that. Trampoline in the lake. That doesn't seem wise.
But I think that we're gonna jump in the lake.
Moo, I do not have a pet.
Jump.
It is not something that I can afford right now. Someday I hope to start a farm and have livestock. That'll be different. But
you get a cracker.
Not really. No, it's just
I grabbed the cracker from
just
the
a persistent sniffle
From
from when
the
I was sick a
bag.
few weeks ago. So
bag. And it's from the box.
you can have the crackers in the box. Did you want some Eggies?
No.
Okay. You've said that a few times, Mash. It's so we have to pay a regular fee on our rent on top of everything that comes with owning a pet. Because not only do you have the initial expense of buying the pet, but then you have to feed it and you have to take it to the vet and you have to provide an enclosure for it with enrichment and stimulation, and it's just more than I have right now. So we're gonna have to go on a timeout spree again. I do have a chat. He is multitasking, and we respect him greatly for all the work he does here. Oh my good lord. Hang on. I'm going to do this. I want to show you guys. Look at this nonsense. It is really coming out down out there. And that is the line, because I know that you've asked that numerous times already.
We will watch the ad play from my movie.
Oh, tea sounds amazing. I can't zoom in. Oh, I can zoom in. Cool. Y'all, it is ridiculous out there.
Oh, yes. I want this.
I swear people are just speed running. How quick can I get banned today?
Oh,
It's just a winter storm watch. I don't know. That looks pretty cold, Null Owl. Ooh, I see. I wouldn't want to experience that, Mash. Oh, Retro King. Do you have to rub it in like that? I don't know. I don't mind this. I feel like it's cozy, you know? Definitely should have taken my shower before I did this, just because now I'm going to have to end stream to go take a shower. I love how you have to distinguish between Bigfoot and Yeti like that. Yeah, because believe it or not, humans are not stationary creatures at any point. Even if you're sitting still, you're not actually sitting still, because breathing and heartbeat and general, just the way that motion works. So Absolutely not, Moo. You know, Mash, it took me a while to figure out the difference too. So
I turn this off.
what do you mean why, Null Owl? Oh, I'm gonna put this back up here. Whoops. There we go. It's tight so it can be secure, but it's a pain to get the phone in there, and I really should just turn off the camera. What you doing, bub? Beanie.
I can't turn this.
Okay, give me the controller. Now you are done with it. See how it's flashing?
Yeah.
That means that you have somehow managed to disconnect it. You can continue to watch this video, or I can turn it off.
Oh, no.
You're not going to keep switching videos around, okay? Okay. Yeah, Null Owl, we are going to keep our eyes on you because my husband is one of the mods. So, hey, listen, I really don't care because a view is a view. But that kind of talk will get you banned from the channel. What in the heck are you talking about? What? Babe, they've crossed a line. Come look at what your son is watching.
I wanted to watch this.
It's not indecent. I'm just, the toy companies have crossed a line.
His wheels fell off.
Well, that's why parents aren't supposed to drive those things.
No.
Well, now it can go where it belongs. In the trash.
We have a thing against the Cybertrucks.
Fix it. Yeah.
Hey, Mickey, good to see you.
I know what Dad play.
Hey, Mickey.
See, the thing is, babe, most of my audience is not American, which is weird to me, but here we go. Okay. So, Mr. Barry will be joining me for vlogs every so often during Vlogmas. I don't usually involve him in the streams just because that on-the-spot thing, I want to respect his privacy. So, we've had issues with LeBron in the past, and if he keeps it up, he knows the consequences. Hi.
Hi.
I love you.
I love you too.
What's your plan for the day? Besides watching Soup for me?
It's going to be a little productive today.
Okay. You're only going to have Bean. They're still sick over at his place, so he didn't go into work today. That's why the princess is not back yet.
Gotcha.
So.
I was kind of guessing something like that, but
Thank you. So actually, it's funny because our wedding is up as a live stream here on The Man, the Myth, the Legend, Professor says. I talk about him all the time. So it's funny when he pops in like that. My own personal mountain man. No. So if he shaves, Null Owl, if he shaves, he looks about 20 years younger, and it makes me uncomfortable because I'm not interested in a 14-year-old. I am so lucky. It was one of those moments where the first time I met him in person, we made eye contact, and it was like, oh, okay. I've known you all of my life. And if reincarnation does exist, I've known you in all of my previous lives. So it really was. It was amazing. It is. So, and that's one of the things where, I'll talk about it on here, how God can take a bad situation and turn it good, because the start of our relationship was definitely rocky and uncomfortable, but oh, Mr. Barry making hearts race around the world. Later, Null. Hopefully we'll see you back around. Hey, guys, the Discord link is in the description. I definitely recommend checking that out. I'm happy to chat at any time of the day on there. So if I'm not in a live stream and you got something you want to say to me, you are welcome to come and check it out. So, absolutely, Michael Jones, God is a God of mercy and forgiveness. Later, dude. Thanks for being here. Oh, Mash, we'll definitely pray for you. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to end stream soon anyways. I still have to get myself ready for the day. Black Friday is upon us, and for retail workers across the country, we are weeping inside. Prayers for protection and patience in the workplace today. So I hope you all have a blessed day. I hope you all remember that God loves you. Michael Jones, feel free to jump in the Discord. I would love to continue this conversation with you, but unfortunately, I have to focus on the rest of my day. So I will absolutely pass on everyone's well wishes to Mr. Barry. We'll see you later. Bye, guys.